Okay, can you folks hear me? Okay. All right. My name's Tony Gonzalez. I'm the judge of the Robstown Municipal Court. We are on the record right now. We were waiting for one individual's mic to connect. But in the meantime, Ms. Mireles, Roxy Mireles, you have your mask on. I'm not sure if have I represented you before, Roxy? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Roxy, because I represented you before, I'm going to have to recuse myself. Another judge has to handle the case. So because of COVID, that's taking a little while.
Well, actually, it was Armando that represented me.
Yeah, but it was my law firm.
Oh, I see.
It was my law firm, Roxy. So it creates a conflict. But of course, being from Robstown, I've had this happen before. Go ahead, Ms. Mireles.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just want to say one thing, that I should close on that property this week. And it's been ongoing because of COVID, and then there was a death in the title company. And so this week we should close. I just wanted to make that known. I don't know if it matters.
Okay. Well, I'll put a note in there, Ms. Mireles, and as soon as you close, if you can just call over here, that way we can let code enforcement know.
Yes, I'm sorry,
you have the documents there showing the closing?
Yes, I have the documents, and I also informed Mr. Zuniga with code enforcement. I have been talking to him, but it's just been taking longer than expected. I was sick on the 7th. And so that's long story short, it's because of COVID, it's just been prolonged. But by this week, I should be done with it, and the property will be somebody else's.
Okay, I will make that note. But once again, in the meantime, if we have to recuse ourselves, if that takes care of the issue, then we'll let you know, okay? But as soon as you close, please let Mr. Zuniga know.
Okay.
Got it. All right, Ms. Mireles. Thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and excuse you, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. All right. For everybody else, this is what we call the arraignment or initial appearance. That means that you're making your appearance before the court for the first time regarding your case. There's some things I want to let you know before we go forward. These hearings are being conducted via Zoom, which is a teleconferencing type application. They're also being it's also being shown on YouTube live, okay? And that channel can be accessed through the Office of Court Administration website. There's some things I want to let you know regarding your cases. These are all Class C misdemeanors with fines that normally do not exceed $500. You have the right to have a jury determine your guilt or innocence. You can waive your right to a trial by jury, and you can have a trial before the court. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will not be appointed to you because, once again, there is no chance of jail time in these cases. But an attorney could help you understand the law, help you make decisions regarding your case. If you choose to go forward without a lawyer, I have no choice but to hold you to the same standards as if you were an attorney. You also have the right to remain silent. You do not have to testify in your case against yourself. It's the state's burden to prove their case against you beyond a reasonable doubt. As you sit here today, you are presumed innocent until proven guilty. Does everyone understand these rights? Okay. Some other important things that you should know is that there are alternative means to payment. So if I order a fine and court cost to be made and you are unable to meet that financial obligation, you can request an application where you're basically letting the court know why you're unable to meet those financial obligations. And then there's a number of things the court can do. We can put you on a payment plan, an extended payment plan. We can order community service, or we can do a combination of those things. So if you find yourself in that situation, it's important that you let us know that you cannot pay, and we will work with you in other ways, okay? So the way this is gonna work today is I will, when I finish talking to you folks, I'm gonna put everybody back into the waiting room, and I'm gonna bring you out one by one, and I'm gonna call your case. I'm gonna let you know what you're being charged with, and then I'm gonna ask you, how do you plead? You have three choices. You can plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest. A plea of guilty and a plea of no contest are essentially the same thing, in that I will find you guilty, and then we'll move on to the punishment portion of the case. At the punishment portion of the case, that's where I can assess a fine and court cost. I can place you on what's called deferred disposition, which means that it's a type of probationary period. If you pay and do what I ask you to do, the case gets dismissed. If you qualify for the driving safety course program on a moving violation, I will offer you the program. That program is a 90-day program where you have to pay an upfront driving safety course fee, which normally is what, $146 for the driving safety course. 144. Normally 144, but it could go differ a little bit more, a little bit less, depending on your charge. You got to pay that on the day that you do the plea, and then you, for 90 days, do not get any other tickets, and you do a driving safety course program online. And at the end of the 90-day period, you bring me a copy of the certificate that you completed the program, a copy of your insurance that you had during the 90-day period, and a certified copy of your driving record, which you can get from DPS, and the case gets dismissed. So if you qualify for that program, I will offer it to you. Some housekeeping issues. If you are not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty, a finding of guilt, and a final conviction in this court could affect your status in the United States. So if this is an issue you think you may have, you may want to consult a lawyer before going forward. Also, there are consequences beyond this courtroom on certain charges. For instance, driving with no insurance could result in surcharges from the state of Texas. There are other charges that could result in surcharges. If you have questions regarding your particular charge, I strongly suggest you consult a lawyer. So before we go forward, any questions from anyone? Okay, so at this time, I'm going to put everybody back in the waiting room and take you out one by one. I'm going to see this individual. He looks like he's at work. Ben Silva. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to see Crystal Pena. Okay, Ms. Pena.
Hi, yes, Your Honor.
Okay, let me see. Court calls cause number 2009-003-748, State of Texas versus Crystal D. Pena. Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Is your name Crystal Pena?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Pena, you are charged with the offense of assault by contact alleged to have occurred on or about October 3rd, 2020 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, against Millen Pena, alleged to have occurred on October 3rd, 2020 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. Okay. Are you aware of this charge?
I am, yes.
And do you understand it? Understand?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
As to the charge of assault by contact alleged to have occurred on or about October 3rd, 2020 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. As to that charge, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
The court will accept your plea of not guilty. We're going to set this matter for a pretrial. If you're unable to resolve it at pretrial, then we'll set the matter for trial, okay?
Okay.
Let's see here.
Okay, and if I'm not able to pay for these costs and I can represent myself, would I still be able to make arrangements with the court system if I'm pleading not guilty?
Yes, yes. If for whatever reason, at some point, there's a fine in court costs, you can definitely make arrangements. But right now, you'll be able to speak to the prosecutor and you may be able to come to some type of resolution, okay?
Okay.
Now, if you have to have a trial, do you want a trial by jury or a trial before the court, which would be me?
The court.
Okay, and Ms. Peña, can you verify your address?
Yes, sir. It's 418 Washington Avenue, Robstown, Texas, 78380.
Okay, perfect. All right. Then what we're gonna do, Ms. Peña, we're gonna have somebody call you here in a minute regarding the plea because it has to be in writing.
Okay.
Okay? And that way they'll tell you how they're gonna get that from you, okay?
Okay.
Any questions before I let you go?
I do have one question. Since this is state of Texas versus myself, and this is regarding an individual, other, somebody else, how will that be determined based off of the state of Texas? You know what I mean?
Yes, the state of Texas they're prosecuting the case. So they're the ones bringing the case against you, okay?
Based off of allegations that were made that were lies. So
Right.
I have the father here to testify. Would that be sufficient enough for you, or I have to keep going further?
Right. Right now, we're just taking your plea.
Okay.
There's a prosecutor here. Right now, it's just a plea. So you've done the right thing. The next thing you're going to get is a notice where there will be a prosecutor. We're going to be doing exactly what we're doing right now, but the prosecutor will be able to speak to you. He can speak to your witness. And if he believes that the case has no merit, he can dismiss the case.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank
Any
you.
other questions, Ms. Peña?
No, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, they're telling me the plea form where you plead not guilty, we're gonna mail it to you.
Okay.
When you get it, if you can just circle the not guilty, sign where indicated and send it back to us, okay?
Yes, sir.
All righty, thank you.
Thank you, sir. I'm done. I can leave the meeting.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
That one, I'll tell you in a little bit. Okay. Then we're gonna go with Ms. Benavides. That's a property case, right? Huh? Okay, court calls cause number 2009-003651, State of Texas versus Isabel Benavides. Ms. Benavides, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God? Okay. You have to unmute it, Ms. Benavides. There's a button where you have to push. There you go.
I found it.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes.
Okay, you are Isabel Benavides?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Ms. Benavides. You are charged with the offense of failing to secure a property owned by you located at 502 West Avenue C, in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. Are you aware of that charge?
Yes.
And do you understand it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
As to the charge of failing to secure a dangerous structure on or about September 15, 2020 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. As to that charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest, but, okay.
Hold on real quick, Ms. Benavides.
Mhm.
Today is the 20th, Natalie? Okay, the court will accept your plea of no contest. Before I go to the sentencing, did you wish to say something, Ms. Benavides?
Yes, I do. First of all, I've already sent in the payment for the fine. I sent it in Friday. And then secondly, I did, the structure is gone as of August 7th. I had sent in some pictures to the court people there in Robstown. I'm not sure, I can't. Oh, Natalie Nava?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, I emailed some pictures and stuff. And so that was, I did consult an attorney and this is what he advised me to do. So I did as he told me to do. But I did have an issue, and I also sent in a copy of those things that I had been sent, and I highlighted some things that were done. There was a letter that states that that I had failed to demolish as of on or about the 15th of September. Well, one of my pictures shows that as of August the 7th, the building was no longer standing. That we went and took it down. What was left was rubble, but there was a lot of bees, so we couldn't continue. Also, the heat, I mean, we're, kind of old to be doing stuff like that. So
Let me ask,
mhm.
so let me ask you this, Ms. Benavides. So you tell the court that you sent in the fine and court costs. Was that $191 that you sent in?
No, they didn't say anything about court cost. It was $170 something. That was the fine that was on one of the papers. I don't have it, but I do have yeah, here it is in the back. It said, no, that's not it. I have all the papers in front. It said it was 170 something dollars, and that's what I sent. I made a check for $176.
I'm trying to see what you saw. Hold on real
On
quick.
the back of one of those, there was two different letters, and on the back of, well, the back of one of the letters, it has, I'm missing one paper. I have it in my email that I sent, but it on there, it says,
Yeah, because you had another older violation that it was $176 on that one. But that's a separate violation. Is that correct, Natalie? That was from 2014, Ms. Benavides.
okay, well, that too was an issue, and that's when it all really begun or started. They asked me about it, and we talked to the code person and said he told me how they were having a program of some sort at that time, demolishing houses or something like that. So they didn't offer us. Then soon after that, he came and said, you all have to do this. So, and he quoted us a price, and I thought that was quite a bit. So then we talked it over overnight. I called him back and said, all right, go ahead and, or a couple of days later, I go ahead and have the city demolish it. So then he said, okay, I will get back to you and give you a price, and I have to contact my contractors and whatever, arrange things. Well, I never got a call back. I never got anything when we waited. And then with time, it just, that was it. I forgot about it. No one ever contacted me or sent me anything. And just, that was that. Time just went by and I never heard anything again until in,
Wait, let me
until,
ask you this, Ms. Benavides. Ms. Benavides, let me let you, I understand what you're telling me, but ultimately, that property is your responsibility, right?
I suppose once I took it over, it actually wasn't even mine to begin with. It was my grandparents, and it was going to go into foreclosure or whatever they call that. It had been abandoned for a long time. My dad wanted it, so I went ahead and and got it back for him, and then he got sick, and he had intended to repair the place. That was his father's house.
Right.
And then after that, he got sick and passed. And
no, I get what you're telling me. And I think, you've already taken the steps to demolish it. Tell me, what's the status right now of the rubble that you talked about? Is that still there?
No,
It's gone. So it's just,
everything is gone except for some concrete,
like pylons or?
Yes, that's it. But they're also gone. I mean, they're there, but there's nothing, no wood, no anything like that.
So what I'm gonna do, Ms. Benavides, do you have the exact, because I'm not showing, do you have the exact amount that you sent? Do you have something showing what you sent?
Yes, that what I sent in?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I have, I guess I can hold it up here. I don't know if you can see that. There it is. Or is it backwards? Or?
176. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, normally the fine and court cost would have been 191.
Mm-hmm.
Make it where it comes out to 176. Okay, so
here's a picture of the property now. I don't know if you can see that very well.
That is perfect. So what it's going to be, the fine is $95. The court costs are $81. Does that come out, Natalie? For a total of 176. So the check that you sent in will cover the full amount. Okay, Ms. Benavides?
All right.
Now all you have to do is just maintain that property, Ms. Benavides,
Yeah, I mean, we'd always had, there was never an issue.
Right. And I'm not saying that you didn't maintain. I'm just saying.
Just a house.
I'm just saying, just keep on doing what you were doing, just keeping it cut, and everything should be good. I'll have the prosecutor look at that old violation and see what he wants to do with it.
And actually, I also sent them a copy. I think I sent you a copy of it because on that one it had notations. Here it is.
Okay.
It had notations that I had talked to people, and that I had the per T. Zuniga, waive charges, no court cost. See that?
No,
that,
no, I get you. We'll have the prosecutor look at it, Ms. Benavides, okay?
Well, and that, I actually found the original letter that he
Okay.
sent me. And I do believe I sent a copy of that, but there it is.
Okay, well, we'll have them look at that and let them know that it's already been remedied. In the meantime, Ms. Benavides, you're gonna get the plea form in the mail where you pled no contest. You just need to check that off and send it back to us, okay?
Okay, even though I sent a paper that says no contest, because I
Yeah, well-
did send that in with my check.
Oh, she's.
Have you all received that?
We haven't received it yet, but I'm sure we'll get it here soon and that should take care of it. If you already pled no contest, that should take care of it, okay?
Okay,
Ms. Benavides, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go ahead and excuse you, and I'm gonna get you off the Zoom, okay?
all right. And so I can
You're
close it
fine.
off and whatever.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, here's Roxana Mireles. I need to write some notes on that. Okay, who do I have here? Ruby Guerrero, she got it. I'm gonna take care of Mr. Silvas because he was one of the first ones here. Mr. Silvas. Can you unmute your microphone?
There it is. Good morning.
Good morning. Mr. Silvas, I represented you before, right?
Yes, sir. You were going to represent me, and you said that it was a conflict. So we had Terry Shamsey help me out.
Okay, so I didn't represent you.
No, because you said it was going to be a conflict. So Terry
Okay.
Shamsey.
Okay, so then I can do this, okay? All right. I couldn't remember if I represented you or if somebody else did. So that takes care of that. So,
Okay.
well, let me ask you this, Mr. Silva. Since you did talk to me, do you want to go forward with me as the judge, or do you want another judge because you feel there might be a conflict?
No, sir. That's fine. I can go forward with you.
Okay. All right, Mr. Silva. So you actually have several cases that we
Yes,
need
sir.
to go through, okay? And I'm going to start with the most recent. Okay, Mr. Silva's on. Go ahead and raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
You are Benito Silva?
Yes.
Okay, you can put your hand down, Mr. Silva. Okay, Mr. Silva, you are charged. I'm going to call these case numbers. Cause numbers 1811 005264, 1811 005265, 1811 005266, 1901 000579. You are charged in the first one, driving while license suspended. In the second one, expired registration. In the third one, failure to display financial responsibility. And in the fourth one, you are charged with failing to appear on or about November 28, 2018. The other three are alleged to have occurred on or about November 7th, 2018 in Robson, Nueces County, Texas. Are you aware of all these charges?
Yes.
Do you understand them?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna go one by one. As to the charge of driving while license suspended, once again alleged to have occurred on November 7th, 2018 in Robson, Nueces County, Texas. As to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay. As to the charge of expired registration on the same date, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And as to the charge of failing to display financial responsibility on the same day, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And finally, as to the charge of failing to appear on or about November 18th, 2018 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, as to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
The court will accept your plea of guilty on all charges. Okay, before I go to sentencing, I'm going to go through these other ones because there's going to be a lot of them.
Yes, sir.
I can evaluate what I'm going to do, okay? Put that here. All right. All right. Court now calls cause number 17110-86845, cause number 17110-86846, and cause number 18020000994. Once again, State of Texas versus Benito Silva. Mr. Silva, on these three charges, you are charged with the offense of speeding 70 miles per hour in a 50-mile-per-hour zone and driving while license suspended on or about November 7th, 2017 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. And in cause number 18020000994, you are charged with failing to appear on November 28th, 2017 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. Are you aware of these charges?
Yes.
You understand them, Mr. Silva?
Yes.
Okay, as to the charge of speeding 70 in a 50-mile-per-hour zone on or about November 7th, 2017 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, as to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
As to the charge of driving while license suspended on the same date, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And as to the charge of violation of promise to appear on or about November 28th, 2017 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, as to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Court will accept your plea of guilty on all charges. I'm going to set that aside, and now we're going to go to cause number 140904561 and 141107422, State of Texas versus Benito Silva the third. On this two cases, you are charged with expired registration alleged to have occurred on or about August 29th, 2014, and failing to appear on or about November 21st, 2014, both in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. As to the charge of expired registration, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And as to the charge of failing to appear on November 21st, 2014, in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay, let me get this over here. All right, final one. Cause number 130500046 and 130700497, State of Texas versus Benito Silva. Mr. Silva, in these cases, you are charged with driving the wrong way on a one-way on or about April 3rd, 2013 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, and failing to appear on or about July 24th, 2013 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. As to the first charge of driving the wrong way on a one-way, as to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And as to the charge of failing to appear on July 24th, 2013, as to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay, the court will accept your plea of guilty on our charges. Okay, Mr. Silva, what I'm going to do, because there's quite a few of these, I'm going to go and I'm going to figure out what the fine and court costs are going to be And then I'm gonna have my staff contact you so we can talk about it, because some of these occurred, I think, when you were a minor. So
Yes,
I want
sir.
to look at that. So can you verify your phone number?
Yes, that's 361-460-2941.
Okay, we'll be giving you a call once I've assessed everything, and we'll get it resolved. Okay.
Awesome. I appreciate your help. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
It's good. Huh? 361 460-2941. Mhm. Three people here, but only one. Let me do Ruby Guerrero. Ms. Guerrero.
Can you hear me, sir?
I can.
Okay.
How old are you, Ms. Guerrero?
I am 18. I turned 18 in August.
Okay. Okay. Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You are Ruby Guerrero?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Guerrero. You are charged with two offenses. The first being possession of drug paraphernalia, and the second being driving while license suspended. Both alleged to have occurred on or about October 2nd. Hold on. I don't see the. Oh, there it is. Both alleged to have occurred on or about October 2nd, 2020 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. Are you aware of these charges?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand them?
Yes.
Okay. Before
I have my driver's license now
why was it suspended before?
because I just had my permit. But like a week after that, I had my driving test. I had already scheduled it and everything. I was just waiting to take it.
So your license was not suspended.
Well, I showed him my permit and I told him that I was working on getting my license, but my permit was suspended because I had already turned 18 on August 1st. So I was working on getting my driver's license.
Okay.
But
When did you got the driver's license on what day did you get the driver's license?
I got it on I have the paper right here. I got it on the 15th.
Okay. Can you email us a copy of that
Of
paper?
the driver's license?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can email it to us?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So on the driver's license, I'm going to I'm going to, we're going to continue that until we get that paper, because if it shows what you're telling me, then that's going to be a compliance dismissal. And how much will that be? That'll be $20, okay?
Okay.
On the compliance dismissal instead of $191, okay?
Okay, sir.
On the possession of drug paraphernalia alleged to have occurred on or about October 2nd, 2020 in Robson, Nueces County, Texas. As to that charge, how do you plead?
No contest.
The court will accept your plea of no contest. You know what? On the driving while license suspended, let me go ahead and take your plea on that. What's your plea on the driving with license suspended?
No contest.
The court will accept your plea of no contest on that charge, so long as we get proof that you got your license within 20 days of this citation. The court will order a $20 compliance dismissal.
Okay.
Okay, on the possession of drug paraphernalia, I'm going to accept your plea of no contest. I'm going to place you on 90 days deferred disposition. I'm going to do a fine. Are you working, Ruby? What do you do?
Yes, sir. I work at Popeyes right now.
You
And
work
I
at
go to
Popeyes?
school. Yes, I work in the day and I go to school at night.
Where are you going to school at?
Barber school. It's called Blessed Hands Barber and Cosmetology College.
Okay. The fine normally on this, Ruby, is $230. Okay.
Oh, dang.
And the cost is $76. That's a total of $306. I'm going to take into consideration that you're going to school and you're trying to work at the same time. You got to know you can't have this stuff on your possession.
I know, sir. I know.
This is your second one out of my court.
I know.
Okay. And I know the last time I gave you an opportunity, and against my better nature, I'm going to try to give you another chance by placing you on deferred disposition, because I don't want this on your record, Ruby. You got to learn. If there's a third time you come before me, Ruby, I'm going to convict you. I don't want to see
Yeah,
you
I understand.
before me for this again, okay?
Okay, sir. I understand.
I'm going to lower the fine, Ruby, from $230 to $100. What the court costs now, Natalie. The cost is $76 for a total of $176. Okay?
Okay.
When can you pay that, Ruby?
I can pay it on the first week of November. I can pay it.
Okay, I'm going to give you what's 30 days? We have those. I'm going to give you to November 20th.
Okay.
Okay, that's 30 days. All right. If you can get it here before, that's better for you.
Okay, sir.
Okay, you also have to do a drug education course online. Okay.
Okay.
And if you'll call the court, they'll tell you where you can go to do it online. Okay.
Okay. I did one for the ticket before this one.
Well, you're
It
gonna
was a
do it
drug
again.
awareness one.
You're gonna do it
Okay.
again.
Okay.
4 hours. Ruby, I don't want to see you in here for this again. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. What's your phone number, Ruby? Let's verify your phone number.
My phone number is 361-356-5517.
Okay. Anything else? We're going to send you some documents in the mail, Ruby, regarding your pleas. You just need to fill them out and send them back to us, okay?
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
She's a good kid. You know, she's a good kid. You know, and I get, you know, they're all, I get the arguments, but it's like, it's illegal. So. I took it off, probably on her address. Okay. This guy was here first. Let me admit this person. It doesn't have a name. I got to find out who it is. Can you unmute your microphone? What's your name?
That's it. James Turner.
Can I have your name?
James Turner.
Okay, Mr. Turner, can you get somewhere where there's some light? I can't see you.
Okay. Okay.
He never came.
Okay. Can you see me now?
Yeah, it's good enough. Okay, court calls cause number 20090035581, State of Texas versus James Turner. Mr. Turner, can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Mr. Turner, I know you've submitted your plea of not guilty on this case, but because it's a case
Yes.
assault family violence, I have to arraign you in person.
Okay.
You were charged with the offense of family violence alleged to have occurred on or about September 16th, 2020. Is it September 16th? 2020 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, against, I can't read that name, Susan.
Susan Persina. Persina.
That's correct, Susan Persina, in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. Are you aware of this charge?
Yes, sir.
And you understand it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, before I go and ask you how do you plead, it's important that you understand that if you are convicted of a misdemeanor offense involving violence where you are or were a spouse, intimate partner, parent, or guardian of the victim, or are or were involved in another similar relationship with the victim, it may be unlawful for you to possess or purchase a firearm, including a handgun or long gun, or ammunition pursuant to federal law under 18 USC section 922 G9 or section 46.04 B of the Texas Penal Code. Any questions whether these laws make it illegal for you to possess or purchase a firearm, you should consult an attorney. You understand this?
Yes, sir.
As to the charge of assault family violence alleged to have occurred on or about September 16, 2020 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, as to that charge, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
The court will accept your plea of not guilty. We're going to set this matter for trial, Mr. Turner. But before trial, there will be a pretrial where you will have the opportunity to speak to a prosecutor. It'll be in this same format, but instead of me, there'll be a prosecutor you can talk to regarding your case. If he feels that the case is warranted, he will go forward. If he feels it's not warranted, he has the ability to dismiss a case. Can you verify your address, Mr. Turner?
127 W Avenue H, Roughtown, Texas.
Okay. And your phone number? 361-752-8640. Okay, Mr. Turner. So the next thing you're going to get is in the mail, you're going to get your, we already got your plea form. You're going to get a notice of a pretrial. And if you'll just do what you did today, you'll be able to speak to the prosecutor. Any questions?
Okay. No, sir.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Have a good day.
You too. You're thinking what I'm thinking. Will you call him a little bit and ask him what he wants? Okay. Thought I was all slick. She's connecting to audio. She's having trouble. Can you hear me, ma'am? Can't hear her. She's talking to me, but I can't hear her. Asking her what her name is. You don't recognize her? These are actually better than me. A lot better. Can you hear me, ma'am? She cannot. What's the phone number? Huh?
What?
Phone number?
Here?
Yes.
I don't have the extension over here.
No, but just to the court, 361.
387-4589. Or ask her for her phone number so we can call her. Right?
Yeah. I know, can't hear you. What is your phone number? I know.
I'll just bring it in.
She has a,
She has a paper.
I know, so she has the court.
So it either has to be Peggy Fernandez or Tammy Rosette.
Doesn't look like no Tammy Rosette.
I bet it is.
Think?
I don't think it's Peggy Fernandez. Peggy, you've been giving me trouble.
That's why I need our internet connection outside.
Judge, Weston hasn't even worked on that. We're gonna use the money and then I'm not gonna do that. She's gonna come in the court.
No, we don't have trees.
Oh, this one.
I'm gonna get. Looks like she's trying to, like she's in the house now. Maybe she's trying to get a phone. I gotta make a phone call. Let me know when she comes on. Okay?
Cynthia, tell me if somebody calls trying to get on. Yeah, this lady trying to get online. Yes, finally. I don't know who she's calling. She hasn't called at all? This lady? Let me see. Huh? Let me see. I don't know if you can see this. My turn. She said she's calling right now.
Nathaniel Sosa? Nathaniel? Hello?
Hi, good morning, Judge Gonzalez. I'm sorry, it's just I got my brother. I'm Mary Garcia's mother. I don't know if you remember from the Little League from Riley Flores.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Yes. Well, I got my brother. He got a ticket. He's right here, but he's hard of hearing. And I was trying to do it with my phone because he doesn't have a phone to do the court. And he had this letter, and I didn't read the letter till this morning. So
Okay.
he went in, and I was trying to do it on my phone with you. I was the one that was there on the phone. He's right here next to me.
Okay, well, let me tell you what this is. This is just an arraignment. This means this, for the first time, I'm gonna ask him, tell him what he's being charged with, and then how does he plead? He has three choices. He can plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest.
Okay, yeah, he knows that he got a PI. He was telling me that he was at his friend's house. Because I know the friend that he was with at house, and he said that he was sitting there because he told me that he got arrested. And he was sitting down on the property, and they called him to where the cops called him where they were to go over there, and he says, well, I'm here, my friend, and he said that's why they arrested him for PI, because he was at his friend's house outside.
Okay, because he can plead not guilty, Mary,
Yeah.
and then he can talk to the prosecutor, and you can be there with them and tell them, what y'all told me, and then if the prosecutor feels that it's merited, he can dismiss it if he thinks there's no case. Okay. Right now, all I can do, Mary, is take the plea of guilty, not guilty, or no contest.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I told him, and he's not working. And I was telling him, well, he said not guilty, but I tell him, well, nobody told him to be out there. I mean,
No, but
my mom passed away in April, and I'm the one that.
No, Mary, if he's, I'm going to put him down for not guilty. Okay, that way y'all can talk to the prosecutor, and then if he can always change his mind, but that way he'll be able to talk to the prosecutor. Okay, Mary.
At the city hall.
Well, I'm not sure if we're going to do it in person or like this again, but we'll let you know. Mary, let me have. Yeah, we're going to send a letter, but first, so we can, because he doesn't have a phone. Let's get your phone number. What's your phone number, Mary?
Okay, it's 361-244-2261.
2261?
Yes, sir. And I'm Marla. Mary's my daughter.
Oh, I'm sorry, Marla. I'm sorry.
Okay. It's okay. I understand. I was trying to help him because I know it's hard because I don't want him to get a warrant for something that,
Right.
never way.
No, there won't be no warrant, but just do me a favor, Marla. Put him on the phone so he can tell me himself that he's pleading not guilty, okay?
Okay. I want you to talk. I the judge. Can I talk to you?
Okay.
He can hear you.
Manuel, raise your right hand.
Raise your right hand. Okay, ya lo tiene.
Okay. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Oh, he can't hear you like when he's
Okay.
He's gonna tell the truth. Yes or no?
Okay. All right, Manuel. You're charged with the offense of public intoxication on or about September 28th, 2020 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. To that charge, how do you, are you pleading not guilty?
Not guilty.
Okay, Mr. Sosa, we're going to put you down for not guilty. If you have to have a trial, do you want it with the jury or with the judge, which is me?
With you, sir.
Okay.
It would be better with you.
Okay. Then, all right, Marla, we'll call you and we're going to send a letter also to 620 West Avenue E.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay, thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
And Marla, we're going to send a paper where he has to sign saying he's pleading not guilty, and then just send it back to the court. Okay.
Okay, I will. Okay.
All right.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Have a good day.
You
Thank
too. Yes, ma'am. Bye-bye. All right. The time is 11:22, and we're off the record. Okay. Now I need to get off of